reaction from the players that were on the beta, which just ended last week, and of course on Monday we announced that the service has gone live, has been overwhelmingly positive. I mean, there are three legs to the stool that is EA Access. There is the Vault, which I think gamers find of the greatest value. There's the ability to try games a few days early before everybody else gets their hands on the games. And thirdly, there's the ability to get discounts, 10% discount on the games themselves. But overwhelmingly positive from the beta feedback. We announced we're going live on Monday of this past week, and so far I've seen nothing but very positive feedback. Gamers love the service. There is no plans to do anything other than being currently exclusive on Xbox One. Not for me to say what Ubisoft or Activision will do. EA, as always, has led the way, trying to provide extra value to gamers in ways that they can consume and experience more games for a smaller amount of money, quite frankly. What our colleagues in the industry do is entirely up to them. Yes, but this is probably the third or fourth game that we've done. So what we call this service is Game Time, which allows you for a limited period of time to be able to try a game. You don't have to buy it, it's there, you put it up. If you want to buy it later on, great. If it's not for you, perfectly fine. I mean, we look with interest what Project Morpheus from our friends at Sony are doing, as well as obviously Oculus Rift, which is now part of our friends at Facebook. EA, as always, watches these new platforms develop. We work very closely with the companies. If we feel our games or the experiences we can develop are relevant and add value and gamers will enjoy them, then you know we'll be there. Nothing to announce yet, though. Well, it's a case-by-case situation, and in this particular instance, we obviously, as you can see, formed an agreement with Microsoft to make the game for Xbox One and Xbox 360, and I think it's worked out. Your phone's ringing. And it's worked out very well for all parties. The game has sold extremely well, and as I think you heard, it's the #1 selling game so far on Xbox One. Well, all of our games are connected in some way. Every game we do is connected in some way. And for many, many, many years now, we've been connecting our sports games in particular, because obviously sports is incredibly social as well as being competitive. The ability for us, because we compete and put games to just about every platform and every different genre, we've been doing and leading the way with things like FIFA Ultimate Team and of course Battlefield Premium, which allows people to come in as a collective group. Battle Log and Autolog in our Battlefield and Need for Speed franchises allows millions of people to come and see how their friends and their competitors are doing with the game. So, I mean, we've been doing social elements of games all the way back to Pogo 10 years ago. Every game, as far as I'm concerned, has a social element. We'll continue to do so. Well, I think variations in the future of the Frostbite engine, we're probably already looking. An engine is a conglomeration of things, lighting and audio and texturing, and so there are elements that we would be able to take out. Now, has to obviously be re-engineered for mobile, which is a very different beast. But yeah, I mean, in the future we think about what our games look like. You look at some of the games that are just coming out, in particular on tablets. The games are stunning, and they are certainly up to the graphic quality of what we saw in the last generation of consoles. So yes, at the processing, it depends on the processing power, but I think you're going to see more and more of us being able to use both our Frostbite 3 engine or elements thereof and our EA Sports Ignite engine and bring that to the mobile platform.
This is the chance. And is this the moment for them?
I love coming to shows like this. I love talking to gamers. I love to reflect back on how far I've been in the industry 15 years. But boy, it's come a long way since I remember crossing my fingers to hear the dial-up tone on a Dreamcast and